Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Money Matters with Hill Financial Group. We are here in Midlothian. This is going to be part 2 of core values. Maybe not the most enticing topic like what the market's doing, things like that, but Casey had this idea. I thought it was great. We have our core values on the outside of our wall when you walk into our office, and we really want to kind of illustrate what drives us,
Yeah.
what our core beliefs are, and we love all the likes and shares that everybody's given us out there. Thank you. Keep doing that. Keep subscribing on YouTube. We just keep getting more and more subscribers, so we're very happy to do that. So we're gonna make it as interesting as possible, a little bit of fun like we always
Yeah.
try to do. But I'm, of course, Mike Hill.
And I'm Casey Harding.
And we're right here in Midlothian Financial Advisors with over 40-something years experience. So the last time we talked about our core values, we brought up teamwork and customer service and passion. As you can see,
Yeah.
have a little bit of passion here. Now we're going to maybe talk about the ones that are near and dear to us. The one that I really wanted to talk about first was integrity.
Yeah.
And Casey, if you can kind of talk about that, why it's so important, why it's something that's near and dear to us,
For sure.
why integrity is one of our core values.
Yeah. And the importance of integrity is just doing what you say you're going to do. And when you say you're going to send that email or you're going to, follow up in 6 months, that you actually follow through on that. So it's just being honest and transparent with, the solutions that we're presenting, what our fee structure looks like, all of those things, putting those out where it's in black and white, that it's fully transparent. That is the thing that builds trust with
Yeah.
people. And so I think it's so important for us to have that as a core value, because the trust in the financial services is what keeps you in business. It's what brings new clients on board, and allows people to refer us to their people that they care about. So
Yeah, I think integrity is, I mean, that's what we do for a living. I
yeah.
mean, we're people are trusting us with their nest eggs, their livelihoods, so they can have a life, so they don't have to sit there and stare at a computer screen or their
Mhm.
phone all day looking at the market and everything else. I think in integrity, I think about this a lot. It's our core backbone of what we do here, and I think it works both ways.
Yeah.
I thought about this the other night when we were going to do this. I think it also works for clients. What makes us, feel for an example that I give, and Casey has no idea I was going to talk about this, is I want to believe that we have integrity. I want to believe that is where we start
Yeah.
and finish at the end of the day. But I had a client not too long ago. It was kind of a weird situation, was going to file for divorce and called me up and said, can I take everything out of the joint account?
Mm. Yeah.
Now, legally, because it was a joint account, he was
Mhm.
able to.
Sure.
But I called my compliance office, told them about the concerns that I had with that. I
Yeah.
didn't, I didn't like that,
For
to be
sure.
honest with you. And he tried to go around me and called the custodian,
Yeah.
try to do it. And so, lack of a better word, I think integrity goes both ways. He is no longer a client. I can
Right.
tell you
Sure.
that. But I think at the end of the day, we have to face everything that we do with our clients, everything we do with their accounts, with the same respect, and we have to look ourselves in the mirror.
For sure.
And when we're looking across from them, know that we are doing everything we can in their actual best interest.
Exactly.
And so I think that's what it means. I mean, a lot of people claim to have integrity. To me, integrity is what you do when nobody's looking.
For sure. Yeah.
That's where I think it really plays a big role. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that we both agree on.
No, 100%. I mean, and just kind of that holding to that fiduciary standard of doing what's in the best interest of our clients first, always. So
The next one we would talk about, this is our 5th core value out of
Yeah.
our 6 that are on our wall, is work ethic. I'll talk a little bit about that. Growing up, I've been working since I was 14 years old. My first job was Dairy
Mhm.
Queen, for Pete's sake. I used to have nightmares. I think I still do to this day when people would want the cone dipped.
Sure.
I would make the cone way too big, so every time I dipped it, it would fall into the little chocolate. Oh, hey, I used to call people over. Hey, I will literally make all the hamburgers for this order if you will dip their ice cream. I
Yeah.
don't think I ordered dipped cones to this day because of that panic. But so I've done it all in this business. I've emptied trash. I've swept floors. I've
Yeah.
done everything from being the janitor to filing the old file. We used to have big file cabinets.
Yeah.
Filing and doing all that to, now managing millions and millions of dollars
For sure.
for clients. So I think work ethic is everything. I think you don't have to know everything, but I don't think there's ever an excuse to be outworked.
Yeah.
Uh, and I appreciate that from our clients because our clients, they have worked and saved and they have had the discipline to come up
Hmm.
with this kind of money. So I think we honor them by working as hard as we can for their money
For
as
sure.
they did.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and what I mean by for their money, working as hard as we can for that to earn
Yeah.
and to find ways that may be a little bit different than what's out there in the norm. What is
Yeah.
kind of your definition of work ethic and what drives you?
Yeah, no, I think work ethic is just coming to work every day, and being ready and prepared to engage with your clients, to kind of be organized and ready to provide the recommendations and the advice that's going to be in their best interest. And then just, I think, having a team around you that is also, bringing that same philosophy to the table of, you know if we all, here in the office, and Jenna and everyone that's here is not bringing their best, then there's
Yeah.
something's going to get missed.
Somebody's
Something,
got to
a
lift them
ball's going
up.
to get dropped or whatever. So I think just coming ready with a strong work ethics helps everyone succeed. Our clients, and then to our business.
And we don't, and what I love about our office is we really don't punch a clock.
No,
If
yeah.
it means we got to stay till,
Hmm.
I never say this. I've never ever have said, Casey, you got to stay till 6 o'clock
Right,
today. Jenna,
right.
you got to stay till 6 o'clock today. Myself, I've come up here on a weekend before.
For sure.
If the job needs to get
Yeah,
done,
yeah.
we're gonna do what it takes to get it done. Now I want to work life balance. There's days where I'm like, get the heck
Sure.
out of here. It's 12. We don't have any meetings,
Yeah.
and you're not gonna get off that easily. I told you my first job. What
No,
was your
yeah.
first job and how old were you?
Gosh. Well, so my very first job was just teaching swim lessons, but
Okay.
so I was in the
Man, that
pool.
can be tough. Like, little kids, I
but
don't know if I could do that.
but like like first official job, I guess would be like just a bagger at Albertsons.
Okay,
So
okay.
bagging groceries, walking
At
around.
What Albertsons?
It would have been in DeSoto.
Okay, in
Yeah,
DeSoto,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
So,
yeah. I
uh,
hated that. I did that. I worked at Tom Thumb and I
yeah,
had
way
a
back
bunch
in the
of
day.
jobs, and I
Yeah,
used to hate that when I want to double bag. They would say I want a double bag, and I'm like,
yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah,
I'll
for
take it
sure.
out to your car, but
Yeah,
I'll take it to your house. Just
yeah,
don't make me double bag it.
sure.
Uh, that's good. Well, tell us about the last one. I'll let you
Yeah.
wrap up the last core value that
Well,
we
so
have.
our last one is accountability. And I think this is just so important because we want to be accountable to each other,
Absolutely.
accountable to our clients, and this kind of comes back to a little bit of integrity. Of we're just saying like we're going to do what we say we're going to do, and then we follow through on that. And so I think just taking responsibility for the task, for the taking responsibility for our clients that are entrusting us with the wealth that they have accumulated, and just making sure that when they need or they have a question that's outside of the normal say every 6 month meeting, that we're responsive and accountable to them to provide an answer as quickly as possible.
I think we kind of talked about it when we talked about teamwork as one of our core
Sure.
values, but I think it's very important with accountability. Because I have been, when I first started out, an advisor
Hmm.
on an island by myself,
Sure.
nobody to bounce ideas off of, et cetera. And you need some checks and balances.
Yeah.
I mean, you may think you're the smartest guy in the room, and what's the old saying? If you are the smartest guy in the room, you're in the wrong
Oh
room.
yeah, for sure.
So,
We always have to be learning. I mean, the industry is changing so much so quickly,
yeah,
and there's legislative things, political things, global,
yeah.
things that are
Well,
happening that we have to stay on top
that's
of.
why I love this industry so much. Every day you walk in, it's something different.
Yeah,
My wife would disagree with this, but I think a big part of accountability too is learning from your mistakes
yeah, for sure.
and being able to acknowledge those mistakes, not dwell on them,
Right.
and where you are. So with 15 years experience, 29 years experience in the industry, I've made more than my fair share of mistakes, but I would like to think at this point in time in my career,
Yeah.
I mean, I get people that ask me about certain things. Nope, we could talk about it, but not
Hmm.
suggesting it. We're not going to do that as an investment. I'm
Sure.
sorry. Why not?
Sure.
Well, because I did do that 20 years
Right.
ago and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it just touch that stove enough times you get burned. But I think I love that we have the teamwork that we have. I love that we hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
I love that Jenna holds us accountable,
For
holds me
sure.
accountable all the time.
Yeah.
But anyway, so how do you think these core values, we wanted to talk about this.
Yeah.
How do you think this impacts clients?
I think, by having these core values written down on the wall when we come in every day that we're seeing, hey, these are the things that we've said we're committing to as a financial firm to hold each other to, but also like that our clients can see them and go like, like we know that if we have these written on the wall and we're seeing them every day, we better also follow through with,
Yeah, it's not just
meeting these values.
this is
Correct.
something
Yeah.
that's in our backbone and our
Yeah,
DNA.
this is laying the foundation for who we are as Hill Financial Group and how we want to present ourselves to our community and to our clients, and what we value most, we hope that our clients also value. And so we're looking for people that have these similar, values, so that we're aligned when we're making recommendations on investments and retirement planning and all that kind of
Uh,
stuff. So,
I mean, I think a really good analogy would be we're creating a company, we're creating for lack of a better word, we're creating a DNA that is in each and every person that we hire, each
hmm
and every person that we take on as clients,
yeah,
which we're very blessed to be able to do that. I think a good analogy would be, okay, when you're starting a family,
hmm
you get with your wife and you say, what kind of family values do we want? Are we
for
going to
sure.
be God fearing? Are we going
Yeah,
to be somebody that puts God first? Are we going to be somebody that puts each other, first? Or what are our family values?
right.
So that's where I think you could create a family like atmosphere is through core values
Yeah,
because you do the same thing, hopefully, with your family. Now, you're probably not putting your family values on your wall as you
sure,
walk in,
sure.
something like that.
Yeah.
My wife, if she won't, I don't know if she'll watch this far because she watches these, but I make fun of her all the time because she has these signs on the wall, live, laugh, love. I'll just sit there and I'll walk around. Hey, today I'm going to live, laugh, love. She's like, shut up. I know you're making fun of my
Yeah.
sign. But, okay. Out of the 6 core values,
Oh,
which,
yeah.
which one is
Man,
the one you identify with
I
most?
know it's yours too, but integrity is
Yeah.
for
Dang it.
sure. Like, like that. I mean, that it's what our industry is built on. It's what, that being someone of integrity is what builds the trust that you need with your clients in order to earn the right to give them advice, to make recommendations, for them to trust you with what they've worked so hard for.
Yeah.
So
That's a hard one to top.
yeah, I mean, that, no, high number 2 is work ethic, but,
Yeah.
It's just the integrity and work ethic. I
Man, that's
think,
why we work so well together. That's what I was gonna say. If it
yeah,
can be integrity, I think work ethic. I think when I leave this great planet and go be
mhm,
with our Maker,
mhm,
I want everybody to say that he loved God first. He was a good family man, but at
yeah,
the same, I don't want anybody to sit there and say he was lazy.
sure, for
And
sure.
that would just kill me.
Yeah,
That would kill me.
no, exactly.
Sometimes I do work too much. That's a problem. But absolutely, I love integrity and work ethic, accountability for sure, teamwork. I mean, it's hard. It's like picking between your kids, which
Yeah.
one you. But so hopefully, I didn't know if you have anything to wrap this podcast.
No, I think hopefully this is helpful to people out there that are watching, like just maybe exploring who is Hill Financial Group, who are Casey and Mike,
Just
what's
know
important to them.
this isn't just speak. This
Right.
isn't just
No,
marketing speak. We live it, we believe it, we breathe it.
for sure.
And if at any time you don't feel like we're matching up to one of these 6
Yeah.
core values, I want to hear about
For
it.
sure.
I want to hear about it because it's every day. This is how we are being continued to be blessed as a firm.
Yeah.
And if we step away from these core values, I think everything just breaks. So,
Yeah.
I mean, when we hire people, when we take on new clients, when we're working for each other, when we're working for our clients, all of these things I think should be in our backbone, which I think
Yeah.
it is.
No, absolutely. No, so, I mean, this is wrapping up our
Yeah.
core values
Wrap up our
segment. And
Thank you for watching part 1 and part 2. Be sure to share, like, repost. Definitely subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. If you've enjoyed our podcast, please tell your friends about it. We've got a bunch of them out there. We got a couple of more coming up next week. But I really enjoyed doing these.
Yeah,
Casey's.
no, it's been
Casey Harding, Mike Hill with Money Matters right here with Hill Financial Group in Midlothian, Texas. Thank
Yeah.
y'all for watching.
amazing.